So Donald Trump is yet having another meltdown.
What's going on today?
Well, he might not win the Nobel Peace Prize.
Might not, but isn't it obvious?
Maybe not to Trump. I guess in his mind he thinks he's going to win.
At least he's training right now.
So if you guys have been following this thing, in my opinion, I think he's got some sort of psychological issue that he always feels like he's not good enough or something.
Hmm. Or he always compare himself with Obama or Biden.
Yeah, it's crazy. So he was, obviously supposed to be doing more important things. I guess whatever determine what more important is. But to Trump, it's like I have to beat Obama because Obama got a Nobel Peace Prize, and because like when in my opinion, I think when his people always tell him all the time that he's like the
Mm.
greatest ever, but
Yeah,
it doesn't fit with what's really happening. What's
it's
that?
really happening, You say that, I think he hears always kind of, we say, devil's whisper.
Oh, right, 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 right,
You're
right,
the best. You're gonna win the Nobel Prize. You're the only one.
right, right,
He's
right.
then actually he really believes that he's the greatest, number one.
Mm. And probably from his point of view, then too, if all his advisors are telling him he's going to win,
Hmm.
and then he sees like on social media that no one's talking about him winning, then he's probably
Yeah.
like, why isn't anyone talking about me winning? Like where's my invitation? Like he's probably wondering. That's probably what it is. He's probably wondering like where his invitation is.
Mm.
And he probably picks up every day like, why didn't they invite me? I keep checking my email, and it's like no
It's
email.
kind of nonsense, just joking. If usually Nobel Prize
Hmm.
people, they're the Nobel Peace, so
Hmm.
they're working for peace, right? So those kind of people, they're normally very humble.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right. That makes sense.
I don't deserve it.
Right,
There's a
right.
better person. But he's the me. I want the Nobel Prize. You're not give me. I'm gonna give you tariff.
I hadn't thought about that. I also want to read you guys some Korean reactions to whether or not Trump's going to win the Nobel Peace Prize. So this is some Koreans. One person says, if you're going to give to Trump, you should give it to Netanyahu, Putin, Kim Jong-un, and all the back alley thugs. So yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good point, right?
yeah. Basically, it's not anymore peace prize, right?
Right. Another person says, Xi Jinping looks docile. What is he doing? I mean, I guess at this point, and it's kind of funny because Trump always acts like Xi's the big best buddy or
Yeah.
whatever. And yeah, I mean, why isn't President Xi like trying to campaign for his Nobel Peace Prize? Here's another one. If Trump receives it, the Nobel Peace Prize will lose its prestige.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Is it a joke after that point?
Isn't it obvious?
I mean, I guess that if you're threatening people, why don't I
Then
win? Mhm.
if he got it, that means you can buy it.
Oh, buy the peace prize? Yeah. Well, from Trump's point of view, like people would show up at the White House and give him like a gold, gift, be it Apple or,
Oh, I just
whatever. What's that?
wondered that the Nobel Peace Prize is a gold. You just wanted one
One
to
more gold thing.
collect gold, like sculpture.
And now that you bring it up, it's funny because I bet you like already in the White House he's got a spot. Like you know how you like clear off the shelf if you think you're
Mm,
gonna win something, and he's probably like already got the spot.
already there is a
And
spot
just
for him.
imagine if he doesn't win and he's got this empty spot every day.
They're gonna just reorganize.
It's totally a South Park episode. Like this
Yeah.
whole thing is crazy. Here's another person writes, this is truly pathetic. If a person like that wins a Nobel Peace Prize, it's an insult
Mm,
to Nobel laureates.
mm.
Another person says, I guess we should rename it, right? The Nobel Villain Prize. Maybe. You know what? They could do that and make a new award for just for Trump. Another person says, demanding the Nobel Peace Prize in the most violent way possible. What's wrong with this guy?
I don't know, do you
What's that?
remember that, that you guys President Wall,
Uh-huh.
he kind of, removed the Biden's photo.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
So if you guys aren't talking about, it's at the White House. There's like all the president's portraits in a row,
Mm.
and they did a camera thing, and it's like Biden's now a pen. Um, and what's strange, and do you know why you think that he did that to Biden but not Obama?
Yeah, I just wondered about that.
Yeah, I think in my opinion, I think it's because he loses to Biden,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he'll never get over you can never change that fact. So
Yeah,
he
yeah,
spent a
yeah,
long time trying to
yeah.
convince everyone that Biden cheated or whatever. So Obama didn't beat him because they just, you
Mm-mm.
have to run, right? But maybe in his mind, his last thing he has to do is he has to beat Obama at the Nobel thing. So that's why he's like into
Yeah.
that. He's got to find a way
Yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah. Obama wasn't not it wasn't direct
Right,
competing,
right, right, right,
right?
right, 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 right.
But yeah.
Because he beat Hillary, lost to Biden, and then he
Mm,
beat Kamala,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So but in his mind, now he's got to beat Obama, and then after that, he'll try to think of something like, okay, Bill Clinton. How can I beat Bill Clinton? I promise you, and then it's going to be Jimmy Carter and Kennedy and blah 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 blah. I mean that's what's going on.
Yeah.
So also from Trump's point of view, he was talking about. I think he's up to 8 wars now that he thinks that he's solved. I think it's 8.
Not
I just tried.
causes.
Oh,
My mind is he causes.
well, you know what he could do? He could start wars and then like declare peace, and
Yeah.
then he can like keep upping the number that way. That's a good point. Because right now we're trying to start a war with Venezuela.
Oh yeah, they he's keep shooting the this little boat, right?
Yeah, and the way the news have been reporting it, they say I think the last one I checked because it's hard to tell. I think they say at least 4 boats have been destroyed.
Shot.
At
Yeah.
least.
At least.
So we don't actually know. It
No.
could be more. It's actually really bad.
He
What's that?
just yeah, he just wanted to start the war. That's why they keep doing that. They claiming that
What's that?
that is a drug boat,
Yeah,
but
but
you
we don't
cannot.
know.
Yeah,
We don't know.
because evidence is disappear.
Yeah, we don't know. Like literally, they destroy everything, and then
Mm,
you disappear the witnesses. We
mm,
actually don't
mm, mm,
know.
mm.
So yeah, that could be something he starts and then stops. They're supposedly working on a peace deal in the Middle East. I just saw that. I think Israel is on board
Mhm.
theoretically, and I never know for sure because I've seen this in the past where they say something's happening and then it all goes to hell basically. But something that just came up in the news like just a few minutes ago, there are American troops now in the region. I think they're in Israel.
Mm,
There's going to be 200 total, and they say they're going to be advisors. And for anyone who knows U.S. history, that's how Vietnam started. Anyone who knows this, like we
yeah,
sent a bunch of advisors,
they don't need
and
visors. They just need a water and food right now.
well, Gaza, yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So Trump has hinted all along he wants to have people on the ground, and because basically he wants to build his hotels and
Mm,
casinos. So all this is from is like, hey, I need people to secure the land so I can build my own golf
mm,
courses too. I didn't know we really had people there. Like it was crazy. Like they're like, because like first he's like, usually they'll say like they're thinking about sending, but like literally they're
they're
already there.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. On top of that, there's something that people aren't talking enough about. I keep thinking Trump is destroying the economy in a way that we don't know how big yet.
Mm,
And what I'm referring to, guys, is as you know, Trump's all about deportations and
yeah.
getting rid of people. The question is like, so for example, let's say I scare off all the construction workers or the farm workers or whatever. What does that do to the local economy?
So they need to hire, like U.S. citizen,
Okay,
right? But they don't know they can even hire them because no one wants to work on that industry.
right. So and that's a real question.
Mm,
So if you remove certain workers, say at the farms, for
yeah, yeah.
example, are Americans really going to move because there may not be enough people in say small cities. It's just
Hmm.
reality. Is someone say for example going to move from Chicago down to Oklahoma and say, hey, I want to work in the farm. I hear you're paying $2 an hour. I really
Yeah.
want to really. I mean that's a real question. Or hey, I hear there's a job putting on roofs, or
Mm,
hey, I hear there's a job taking care of elderly. Like there's a
yep,
whole bunch of
yep.
stuff. Um, no one knows the answers to that question. Some people say automatically no, but who knows, right? So the other thing that I was thinking about as well is all these people working in the USA that Trump's basically scaring off. They may not be showing to work. Then because they can't go to their job anymore,
Mm-hmm.
maybe they're not paying rent. Maybe they're not going to the restaurants.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not shopping like as much. So
Yep.
the money isn't flowing.
It's not going circle.
Yeah, yeah. And there's a big one. I think they're also not making their car payments.
Oh.
Because there's this shadow economy, which I keep talking about on the channel, and it keeps getting bigger. Like we're seeing how big this
Yeah.
is that there's a car loan company that basically declared bankruptcy, and I think it's connected to this whole, I guess I'm gonna call it the shadow economy. And then there's another company that just did bankruptcy. That's two now.
Two now.
It's like an auto parts company. So it's related
Guess
with
it
that.
just started.
Yeah,
Just started.
yeah. And two, UBS and Jeffrey, so basically, bank and like a
Yeah.
Wall Street hedge fund, say they're exposed by like, millions of dollars.
Mm.
And now the insurance companies just reported today that because we don't know how much they're exposed.
It's a kind of big warning now.
Yeah, yeah. So I mentioned this stuff, guys,
Yeah.
because Trump's wanting to win the Nobel Peace Prize, right? But like this, like sending American troops wherever, so you have that's going to create a problem. You have the destroying of the economy, and then now we're just
People
giving
don't,
money. What's that?
giving money. People, the American Europe people don't get paid, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's another way that we're stopping the economy because we're all connected. Like, if I don't get paid, I can't go to your restaurant. I can't buy your
Yeah,
clothes,
but
right?
it doesn't make sense that you bail out other country and you even, give money to polar bear and leopard.
Yeah, so we're giving money to Argentina to bail them out. And then the other news, I guess we're giving money to save the polar bears. I think it's Greenland.
Greenland, yeah.
And then it's the leopards in Nepal. And I'm not against helping polar bears and leopards. I'm not against that.
Yeah, but even their scientists, they don't understand why they give way more budget than before.
Yeah. So I think there's some sort of laundering going on or something that,
Yeah.
because this happens when you give money away, maybe 1% goes to where it's supposed to, and then the other 99, circles back to Trump or whatever. So that's where we're at right now, guys. I wanted to share this stuff with you because while Trump's trying to win the Nobel Prize, it feels like opposite day every day.
Yeah, and you guys keep saying you're Chicago and where you from?
Oh, Portland.
Portland.
You know where I'm
It's
from.
really dangerous
Yep,
area,
yep.
but I don't know. You're just talking about Peace Prize.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it on social media, so basically people are making jokes showing how safe their cities are. And it's funny because I was just showing you, there's two social influencers. One is the Benny Johnson dude, the other guy's named Nick Sorter. Their job, like literally their job, is to go to Portland and Chicago and like film how dangerous everything is. And like
But I
there's
just
nothing.
think
What's that?
that, the frog is dancing.
Yeah, and all you see is frogs dancing. I
Or,
mean,
to me, it just looks like just early Halloween party.
that's essentially what it is, right? And
Yeah.
it's so frustrating because people just want to live their lives. They just want to get paid at their job, which is like a really basic thing. They want to not have to talk about, who's getting arrested today, where are the soldiers going today, etc. But that's what's going on, everyone. Just wanted to share this all with you, and we'll catch you all in the next video. So, bye.